When Jen hands me a contract, we really goal ourselves in our office to do what I'm about to lay out for you within 24 to 48 hours of that contract date. So that's what we're going to run through first. The first communication tool we send is an intro and an update to the co-agent. In this case, it would be the listing agent. This is all still, you guys, we're still in 24 to 48 hours of Jen receiving an executed contract. So the first email we send is, congrats, wanted to send a quick email to you to introduce myself. I'm Kelly Wilson, Jen's transaction coordinator, and we list everything that we need to give her or we need to get from her, or him in this case. This email is basically to introduce myself as Jen's transaction coordinator and to give them a list of anything we need from them or we need to give to them. Deposit check, when will Jen drop it off, if we're missing signatures on any of the compliance documents that we need, go ahead and pop all that information into this email and send it over to the co-agent. Next item is a checklist item. It's create title company page. Title company page is a pivotal item in what we do. It is a page that provides the title company and the lender with all information needed for this transaction, from your address to your closing date to the price, your commission splits, every piece of information that title companies always call you guys for, we're going to provide them on this form within 24 to 48 hours of us receiving the contract. When we fill out the form, we are going to attach that form with the purchase agreement and a counter if necessary, and any other addendums that the title company and the lender will need. We send that out day one, so they have all that information. We utilize this because it eliminates phone calls. It eliminates those calls when you're heading to basketball practice with your child or going to a wedding and a title company, is basically calling to ask you a commission split or a cell phone number for one of your clients. So we try to eliminate that, and we think this form does it. Title companies seem to really like it, so it's a huge part of what we do. The last email we send within this 24 to 48 hour period is to our buyer in this case. Congrats, you have an accepted offer. Some of this information is going to be a little redundant because we know Jen's an amazing agent and she's already talked to her buyer, but we just want to put it in writing and reiterate and be really proactive about getting information to them as often as we can. So this is basically going to say, hey, congrats, we list the title company, the inspection is scheduled, we go ahead and tell them when that is, let them know we're working to monitor their file. If they have any questions, they can reach out, give them my information. We also provide a really neat graphic, which is customized for each agent, and that graphic gives your buyer or your seller a breakdown from day one to the closing day, what they can expect. It's really helpful when you get into that pause period or that lull period where you're waiting for appraisal to come back or you're waiting for the response to inspection to be completed. And that helps out a lot with questions. Helps with the nerves of the buyer and the seller, especially when things start to get quiet and they start wondering. So it really, really helps just to be proactive about giving your client the most information that you can. So that is that piece of information. The next thing we do is definitely an extra thing. We love it. It's one of our favorite things we do in our office, and we send a graphic which will be customized for you. It's in the form of a postcard. Basically says congrats on the executed offer. Wishing you the best of luck through the inspection and appraisal process, and we include a lottery ticket. If they have 3 kids, we put 3 lottery tickets, and we just are overwhelmed with the response we get from that. It's just an unexpected happy in their mailbox that they get something really cool that Jen does, and it just sets her above the rest, and it's something so simple and so small.